Good evening, fam. I'm not going to be long tonight. I wanted to come on briefly because I know what this particular week tends to stir up for builders, and I've been working to keep you guys moving forward and encouraged. And some of you have read the emails that went out this week. Some of you felt it, even if you didn't fully know how to name it yet or understand it. I appreciate the phone calls that I got from a couple of you, text messages, emails. I get it. But I wanted you to hear this clearly from me before we go any further in the journey. Nothing is wrong with you, and nothing has gone off track. Had one particular student wanted to even go back to the beginning and start over, which is perfectly fine. This is at your own pace because at the end of the day, I want to make sure you get it. I want to make sure that you not just get it, but then you can also do it. So we've been talking about naming the friction this week, and when identification starts being clarified and you start understanding, hey, shalom, son, good to see you. Movement often feels restricted. You start to feel some type of way, some challenge, some issue, whatever the case may be. But that restriction isn't always resistance. And slowing down isn't the same as being stopped. It's not there so that you can stop or force you to stop or force you to quit or go into another direction. It's primarily there to remind you that you are on the right path. This is a part of the journey where builders start to feel intentionally unsettled, not because they're confused, but because the work now is narrowing. The work now has now become real. It's become tangible. It's become something that you're now accountable for and responsible to. And the noise begins to quiet. The options begin to reduce. The path feels less flexible than it did before. Why? Because you're set on the right path, going in the right direction to accomplish the right thing. And that can feel uncomfortable, especially for capable people, people who are used to solving problems by doing more, used to just getting involved with everything, used to being busy all the time. They haven't taken time out to pause, to rest, to reflect. But here's what most people don't realize. Before God expands a builder's influence, he clarifies their identity and their assignment. And that clarification doesn't feel like excitement. It feels like pressure because the pressure that you are feeling is now not the pressure to perform as you were doing before, but to just be, to just live, to just exist. Because it's not external pressure that you're feeling, it's the internal pressure and pressure that sometimes you put upon yourself, pressure to stop negotiating with your former self and your former life, pressure to stop drifting and just going through the motions and not really accomplishing what it is you say you want to accomplish, pressure to stop carrying things you were never assigned to carry or to build. You feel the weight of letting those things down now. And this is the phase where many builders second guess themselves, not because they lack faith, not because activity used to give them some reassurance, and now it doesn't. Because if your assurance is found in just busyness and just activity, then you haven't truly discovered yourself yet. Let that sink in. God doesn't release authority to people who panic when movement slows. He entrusts it to those who can stand firm without needing constant confirmation. Don't always need an attaboy. Don't always need a great job. Don't always need to be recognized or acknowledged about what's happening and what's taking place and what's going on. You're able to rest in him and rest in the work. And so I'm not here, and I didn't come on here to explain fully. And I'm not here to resolve the tension that you are feeling. I want you to experience that. I want you to go through that place of pressure. I want you to go through wherever valley you may be in right now of decision or irrision because that is going to be the wake-up call that you need to come out and to come forth and to start walking it out. And this Saturday's lesson is where we're going to unpack more of this and why this phase exists and what authority actually requires before movement can be had, before you can move forward truly in all that you have been created to be. And if you've been on this archetype journey with me, you understand what I'm talking about. You've discovered your true self finally. And now that you're walking in that and walking that out, there is some uncomfortability that comes along with that, but that's okay, because I don't want you sitting in this week thinking you missed something, thinking that you dropped something, or wondering if you misunderstood the shift that's happening and taking place within you right now, because you didn't. You didn't. This is the moment of your recalibration. And recalibration always comes before expansion. So here is my only instruction to you, is that I want you to be present this Saturday. Don't skip this part. Don't rush past this phase. If you are on the journey, wherever you are in that journey, continue that. Continue pressing in, continue pressing forward, continue putting in the work that is necessary. Because builders who endure through this moment are the ones trusted with what's to come next. And if you know, like I know, what's to come next is some not just exciting things happening and taking place, but the proper things happening and taking place so that you can begin to move beyond the tension that you are feeling and start walking in the manifestation of who you've been created to be. And once you find that person and you begin to reacquaint yourself with him or her, you will ask yourself, why did I try to live like anyone else prior to this and not just embrace who I am and walk that out? All righty then. Listen, hope that this has been a nugget to help you along the journey this week. And for those of you who have not signed up for the Blueprint Journey with me, all you've got to do is go to type in the browser, baingram.com/blueprint, and you can begin this journey with us. And as you do, I can guarantee you, you will not regret taking this journey. You will not regret being on this path, and you will not regret what's ahead of you and what's being unfolded for you. All right. Well, listen, until Sabbath, look forward to seeing you again then. Pray the Lord bless you, keep you. Make his face shine upon you, be gracious unto you, and grant unto you his peace. Until then, take care. God bless. And we'll see you all again next time. Bye for now.